Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got some intriguing news to share with you, and that is this. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and even the World Bank are preparing in Marseille, if you want to call it that, for some kind of pandemic, and I believe it's because of some of the fears that they've had over the years with the flus and the Zika and Ebola, and now the plague that is striking Madagascar and has put nine or 10 countries on the warning list. I'm going to show you actual detailed information from the CDC and from the World Bank, who, by the way, have had not one, not two, not three, but 4 separate drills that they helped put together and finance and do, specifically getting people ready for some kind of mass pandemic. No joke. Well, check out the first report here. This is from the CDC.com headline, "Getting ahead of the next pandemic. Is the world ready for it?" Now, this was scheduled for immediate release. You can see it's highlighted there on October 26, 2017. Now, the report goes on to detail that they are working with 17 other countries in order to stop the spread and outbreak of diseases. And they specifically listed the diseases in the past, the certain Zika virus and the flu viruses and the Ebola, and then they also referenced the Madagascar e-violence that's underway. So that's the CDC's preparation, how they're working with them, and it gets into detail in a few reports there. I'll leave a link below if you want to check that out. I'm just kind of skimming the surface. But here's another. This is from the ChicagoTribune.com, and it was also put out October 24th, 2017, titled, "World Leaders Rehearse for a Pandemic That Will Come Sooner Than They Expect," or we expect. So it doesn't say if it comes, it might come, but when it will come, that it will come sooner than expected. Now, this particular report goes on to detail that the World Bank has held their 4th exercise that they helped organize just this year. The exercise includes a drill in which they simulate closing hospitals and schools and public places, and also quarantining thousands of people. This is the types of drills that they're running. So in the event that there is some kind of pandemic, you can guarantee there will be quarantined areas to obviously save the risk and to spare everything from spreading to other countries and to other people. So there will be things like that put into place. Now, it further details that the risk of such a disease and such a pandemic is growing in this particular drill, why they're encouraged to do these drills, but the risk is growing, especially considering what's going on in Madagascar. Now, let me take you to Madagascar so you get a first-hand look of kind of what I'm talking about there. Now, this report was put out by The Sun. It's also on multiple other sources, but it's titled, "Just the Start, Madagascar Plague Outbreak Set to Last 6 Months, as Health Officials Warn Black Death Pandemic Could Explode." Now, the reason they're worried about this one, because it's the strain of the plague that caused the Black Death, if you will. But the report goes on to say that the World Health officials say rainy season possesses a very big threat to containing the spread of this disease. At least 128 people so far have been killed and more than 1,300 infected by a deadlier pneumonic strain of the medieval disease. And while health officials have seen a slight dip in some of the victims, they warn it could explode at any point between now and April because of the rainy season. And alerts so far have been issued for over 9 countries surrounding Madagascar there. So that's what we have going on. We have the CDC, the World Bank, preparing for some kind of pandemic. We have reports of a pandemic spreading in Madagascar. We've had these reports before. Obviously, Ebola was a big scare, and some of them don't come up to fruition, obviously, but the threat is still there, and it's always something to be ready for, because we know when we look to history, like we take the Black Death, for example, the bubonic plague, these things are things that have struck and killed tons of people. You know, thousands upon thousands upon thousands. I don't remember the exact number, but many people have died as a result of plagues. Now, we're more technologically advanced nowadays, but the threat does still exist. Anyhow, wanted to bring you the latest on all of that. I know you're not going to hear it on the mainstream media, but just a heads up with all of that. Anyhow, please don't forget to check out my partner, Noble Gold. He's got some amazing products there as far as investing in gold, silver, precious metals. I'll leave a link below to that site so you can go there, but make sure you have such bartering tools in hand. And you also can convert your 401k to a Roth IRA, which I have done also. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.